loss on the play. Carl Lawson knocked him down. Lawson grabbed him and threw him down. In trouble, and he'll be sacked. Taken down for a loss by Carl Lawson. 5 come after him. Carl Lawson has him and sacks him.
Lawson. Carl.
Boom! In trouble. Sacked. Ball comes out. Carl Lawson.
Ooh, you know this guy's a baller when we're using that music. It takes Carl to make a thing go right. Hey. All right, listen, here's the thing. We got a guest, and I'm excited to bring him on. He's one of the best young pass rushers in the game. He spent his first 4 seasons over in Cincy, where he racked up 20 sacks. Yeah, 20 of them things. But now he's in New York, and he will be terrorizing opposing offenses on a weekly basis. Please welcome to the breakfast table, Jets defensive end, Carl Lawson. What's up, Carl?
Hey, how y'all doing?
That's the
I love the energy.
We're good. We're good. As long as I
can.
Of course, man. I had to give you the proper intro because you deserve it. Now, listen, there's been a ton of players switching places this offseason, and that's what we love here on the show. But there wasn't a guy more excited about his new team than you were. And you have mentioned that Robert Saleh is the perfect match for you. What makes you so excited to play right here in New York for that new coach?
I mean, look, there's a million things I can say. You guys are watching the interviews. You guys are seeing and just listening like, wow, like the energy this guy brings and the way he speaks and, you know, how much you want to respect him. But for me, I mean, what else? There's a defensive line-minded head coach. I'm like, what else do you want me to, what else do you want me to do? Like, that's intriguing in itself. So, I mean, I think the scheme really fits me. And I just think the coaches they're trying to bring really fits what I want to do and what I want to be a part of. So, yeah, it's simple.
We think you hit the jackpot, man. We're very happy for you, very excited. And we're excited to see your new teammate, Corey Davis, too. He's also entering his first season as a Jet. Corey Davis recently said that he expects to be playing with Sam Darnold in 2021. Carl, have you had any contact with Darnold, and do you expect him to be your quarterback week 1 this fall?
That's crazy. I have not thought about any of that. I kind of been just like excited about all the new D-line additions. So I'm like, dang, I really haven't even thought about the quarterback situation. We just got Sheldon, Quentin on the line, JF3. I'm thinking about the quarterback. I didn't even think about my own quarterback. So I'm just like, I really haven't thought about it. So I really don't know. But yeah, I mean, he's a good player, and I don't know what the organization is going to do. I'm not going to lie. I've just been so focused and pumped about like getting there, getting to New York, getting to know the fans, getting settled in, and then like all the new additions that we got up front. So I'm just, unselfishly, I have not paid attention to that.
Carl, I'm unconvinced that you had ever heard the name Sam Darnold before Kyle just said it, which is fine. You've had a lot going on. There's a lot of new things. You're excited. You just got paid. I totally get it. Listen, it's been tough sledding for the been tough sledding for the Jets recently. They finished last in the AFC East 4 out of the last 5 years. But there's a lot of optimism because of the moves that have been made, bringing in you, bringing in Corey Davis, bringing in Robert Saleh as the head coach. How excited should Jets fans be, and what do you think is the key to turning this thing around?
I'm excited because it all starts from the top down. We have an owner who's willing to provide everything to make us successful, and you got a guy who is passionate about the game as Coach Saleh, and then you got a bunch of new players that should be hungry because it's embarrassing to lose. I mean, there's no other reason not to have optimism. And then, the fans, from what I've seen, are just great. So why would you not want to go out there and change the culture and change the organization and go win for those guys? So, I mean, hey, that's all you need.
Carl, your dad, your father, was an All-American fullback.
Okay.
But after that Monday night matchup that we were watching earlier where you did what you wanted to do to the Steelers, you tweeted that your performance was dedicated to the late Hall of Famer Kevin Greene. And you said that the linebacker was your mentor, not your dad. So 2 things here. 1, why was Kevin Greene so instrumental in helping you become the edge rusher that you are? And number 2, why not your dad?
Well, I mean, my dad played fullback, so I mean, I don't think he taught me any defensive line stuff. He helped me become a great man. But as far as football things, Kevin Greene was instrumental in what I do, and I feel like I'm the best at it, is speed to power. He taught me that. He taught me the proper footwork, the hand placement, and I kind of crafted off of that. But all KG showed me 150 clips of the same rush, speed to power, and I saw 150 sacks. Now I'm not as efficient as he was right now, but I'm going to be. But yeah, that was crazy and fundamental to my game, and it was just. I think it was God sent when that happened, because I was like, it was a tough season for Bengals last year, and when I was a part of the team, and going up into that week, I was like, hey man, I'm applying pressure on the quarterback with some of the sacks I'm racking up. I'm like, hey, we're going against Cowboys, got a backup tackle in there. I'm like, hey, this has got to be a week. I played well, but I didn't get any of the sacks, And then coming into the Pittsburgh Monday night game, Big Ben was just literally all season, he was throwing the ball away. Like, you can get there and whatever. So in my mind, I'm just like, hey, I'm probably going to affect the game, but I'm not really going to get to him as much, because he's literally tossing the ball up anytime anybody comes over there. So I'm headed into the stadium, and I get the news that he had passed away. I was heartbroken. And I really couldn't think about anything else, but I was sad. And then, some of my teammates came up to me. He was like, yo, if this is your guy, the best way to do something is go out there and ball out and upset on Monday Night Football. I'm like, against one of his former teams, I feel like, spiritually, he was with me throughout that game. Spiritually, like all the moves that we had worked on back in the day when I used to go work with him in, I think it was Pensacola. I went out there and I was able to perform on the biggest stage, because, Cincinnati's not really a big market. So I really think it was God. So it was, I'm not saying like, he passed away that day, but I mean, he was with me on the field. So, I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, man, I can't really want to keep, it's emotional just talking about it, but I really do think he was with me on that field. And I appreciate everything he's done for my career.
That's really special. They don't make him like KG anymore. He really was an icon. He changed the game, and I'd love to hear the influence he had on you. I'm sure he would be very proud of what you accomplished in Cincinnati in the NFC North for those years. So I know that those quarterbacks are thrilled that you're gone. Jets fans happy to have you. AFC North quarterbacks thrilled that you are gone. Let me ask you a question. You just told that amazing story about that effort you had against Roethlisberger. Let's talk about the other guys. Between Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield, which one was most satisfying to sack, and why?
Between Lamar and Baker? I was going to say Ben, because I said that, but I'll probably have to say Lamar, because you rarely catch him. So it's like, when you get there, it's like, got him, And I'm talking, a lot of times he gets stacked. He's literally just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Because he's got a good tackle in Ronnie Stanley. But yeah, I think Lamar, because it's like, he's running around all day, it's almost like chasing chicken, man. Like you can't catch him. So when you get to Lamar, it's fun.
Chasing and chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Royce Jones Jr. getting ready for a fight, chasing chickens.
Nate, I know Carl had some more thoughts on Sam Darnold, but we're out of time. Is that right? Okay, out of time. All right.
Yeah. All right. We appreciate you, Carl. Hey, listen, you're here in New York now. When things open up, we'd love to have you in the studio, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome today.
Sure, yeah, definitely, man. Y'all stay blessed.
You too, man.
Thanks,
Awesome
Carl.
stuff. Great job by Carl.